じエリアにとらわれている。最後の戦略は40時間。ターゲットは2人、仕事をパス。南岸から敷地内へ潜入。2人を救出し、ランデブーポイントで指示を出してくる。明日の昼には朝のベースに戻れる。その頃にはこっちの客も帰っているだろうが、まだここは静止画か。すまないな、そういうのは出せない。たまには一人がいいさ。
Okay, sorry about that. Our mics were cut off. But yes, this is gameplay footage right now, what you're seeing here. It's all real world, this is open world. You can see so everything that you see in the distance. That's the base, so you the beginning. And you can approach the base from any angle, anywhere you want. It's completely open, real life type of simulation. Okay, so we're going to try to sneak through here without being spotted. Okay, you can see the distance there, you can see some headlights pointing, some armored vehicles. We're going to try and get through here without being spotted. And you can actually steal vehicles like this in the game and pilot them as well. It's a completely open world, so you can ride a variety of different types of vehicles. And you can do things like flying helicopters and various other things as well. There's a guy up here who's watching out. There's a gun with a suppressor on it. And this is your map. So your map is like that area off in the distance, that square area, that's the cage that you saw in the beginning, the boy, Jeep. And you can use any method you want to approach that.
でちょっと広いんで
It's a very wide, open stage.
乗り物を探してます
So right now I'm looking for a vehicle. Oh, there we have one.
さっき倒した故障が乗ってきた
And so that's the Jeep that
で
the
海
boss
物なん
was
で
riding earlier.
さっきかかってませんからこれ乗りましょう
So let's get in here.
見つからない
Okay, so let's get through here, try to get spotted. And our vehicles. So this is like, maybe a typical type of gameplay.
まあそうやっていろんな遊び方ができる
So you can do a lot of
今
different
回
things.
すごいのはいつでもどこでも急にヘリを乗れます
But one of the cool things about this game that differentiates it from other games is you can use a flare to call a helicopter at any time, anywhere.
自分のヘリを乗れますそれで帰還することができます
So you can call a helicopter to provide cover fire. So you start hearing some sound here soon. Here it comes.
味方のヘリです
American helicopter. And it can provide cover fire for you if needed.
で変なとこで言うとちょうど最後ですそれ
Of course, if you call it in somewhere where it gets spotted easily, it will get shot down, so you can be careful.
これ割り切ってるんです
You hear Flight of the Valkyries here. You can actually adjust this. You can choose whatever song you want for this. If you use a really loud song, that might make you get found, so you might want to be
今
careful.
日なんだけ苦労して上がってきましたけど今日はちょっと時間がないので
Okay, so today, we're just going to take it to this point. We got here, we're about to sneak in, but we didn't have much time, so we're just going to take the helicopter and leave.
で、これで他の国に行ったり、別のミッションをしたり、ヘリに乗らずにミッションを続けることもできます。
So you can use the helicopter to fly between different missions, go to other countries, things like that.
この下が全部行けるところです。
And you see everything you see down there on the ground, you can actually go there. It's completely open. Right. There we have it.
That was your look at the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes gameplay, extended, by the way, Tom.
Yeah, it was extended as shit.
So it is me, Ray, and Tom here to give you a little bit of what we thought about it. That was a live recording. You could hear the crowd, Tom. You could hear them and their excitement for this game, especially when he said that you could use your own music for the helicopter, or that you can drive vehicles in game.
Indeed, that's rather exciting. I'm rather excited.
Like one of the first times ever, especially first time ever in a full console game for Metal Gear, driving a vehicle like that, just finding any random vehicle and being able to drive it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Non-scripted event, you might call it, Tom.
Indeed, perhaps non-scripted. So I think that one of the more interesting things was with the vehicle. It feels, it's a little bit of an early demo for sure.
Right.
My opinion is that if a car drives towards you and then you they can see your lights and then they immediately stop and reverse.
Right.
That seems suspicious.
I do that every day when I'm driving at night, so it's no big deal, Tom.
Do you think as a Metal Gear Solid expert, do you think that should be a caution or an alarm if you reverse abruptly in front of a vehicle?
That should be a caution. I think a caution.
Yeah.
I don't think it needs to, raise the alarms right away.
Yeah.
But maybe this is a little. Maybe they're playing on easy. They're playing on the easiest difficulty.
Could be.
But I mean, obviously, the first thing that we can really take notice here from the game is its graphical prowess. The way this game looks is impressive.
Yeah, frankly, so this you didn't get them saying this, but before they ran the demo, Hideo Kojima said, "This is running on current gen hardware, not an Xbox 360 or a PS3, but a PC."
With similar specs.
With specs similar to theirs.
Maybe we suspect that it's slightly more powerful than what a PS3 or Xbox can do, but
there was a wiggle room in his wording.
Right.
But I for one respect Kojima-san and trust him.
You have to. It's true. He's Kojima.
It was graphically I mean it was not just impressive.
Right.
It was unbelievable to a certain extent. I don't quite believe that that's going to run on a PS3. It was graphically impressive compared to the Unreal Engine 4 Elemental demo, which was running on a $2,000 gaming rig at least.
Right. I mean, as much as I would love to keep you guys here on the Media Couch channel all the time, go and find a video that has this footage in 1080p.
Yeah.
And just, because, you can see how good it looks on our video. The video you just watched, you can see it. But, I mean, if you really want to get that up-close, detailed look, then I mean, by all means, go ahead and try to find it somewhere
Right,
else.
yeah, that wasn't actually... You might be confused from our video because it looks like we're just using a crappy camera and filming a window that they've broken in the side of the auditorium with a chain link fence and real dogs behind it. No,
Right.
that is gameplay.
That is actual gameplay.
Yeah, and you might not be able to tell the difference between those computer-rendered dogs and a real dog.
Those dogs look amazing.
I
I
know.
was like, what? That is a game on a PlayStation?
Yeah, I mean, to be
But it
fair,
looks, but that's
to be fair, they did
positive.
not. They did not show gameplay with those dogs in it. They
didn't.
They did show in-engine for sure gameplay, and the whole thing looks in-engine. But
Yes.
there could have been a lot of cheating with those dogs in particular.
possible.
But I'm sure by the time the game comes out, you're gonna get chased by dogs because
Yeah,
you know
it's a Metal Gear game.
you're gonna get chased by dogs.
Right. So I want to talk about this open world aspect, Tom.
Yeah.
And what is your take? 'Cause I hear a lot of things on both sides. Some people are really excited for the open world Metal Gear, like I am. I'm excited. I think that's an awesome idea. But then I hear people on Twitter saying that they're a little hesitant on open world for Metal Gear. They don't want Snake being able to do whatever he wants. They want that more traditional linear Metal Gear.
Sure. However, I think actually open world is a great fit for the Metal Gear series, or vice versa, however you want to look at it. I think that the Metal Gear series has always been about choosing how you want to engage in a situation, and making it open world simply opens up more options to the player. So if you can always summon your helicopter, you can summon a helicopter that plays any music you want, so that sounds like it could be anything off your hard drive, which is
Right.
probably the coolest use of that feature I've ever heard of on today's consoles. And then you can go and procure whatever resources you might need.
Yeah.
You know, if you decide you need to go down the roadways, pick up a tank.
Right. Because that's what Snake would do.
That's what Snake would do.
Snake would go down the hill, grab a tank real quick, drive up to the base, and then just blast the enemies.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that it's Metal Gear. You're not going to be able to necessarily succeed by just going and getting a tank and blowing things up.
Right.
That's one of the things I'm sure people are concerned about. I'm sure you're still gonna fail in a lot of missions just if you get detected.
Absolutely.
And with the stakes, I mean, let's get a little bit speculative here. The title is Ground Zeroes.
Right.
It seems like the stakes might be somewhat high.
Right. It seems like there could be a lot of crap going down in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, I'm sure that no matter what force you can bolster against the enemies, they're going to be able to have 10 tanks if you have one.
Right.
So I'm sure that, it's not going to be something where you can just go and do ridiculous things that are completely out of character for the Metal Gear Solid universe.
Right. I think it's an absolutely positive thing because, as you said, Metal Gear has always been about taking your own choices and implementing them with what you do in any given situation in a Metal Gear game. So I think having it being open world, you can choose whether you want to take the objective down by going underneath, over, on the side, whatever you want to do. If you want to go guns blazing, if you want to make sure you get no kills throughout the entire game, I think that open world fits this perfectly. And for the skeptics out there, I think you need to go back and examine what Metal Gear games have done in the past and how that could be benefited by an open world game.
Yeah, I mean, literally my only concern is, he says that you're in this helicopter and you can go anywhere that you can see, right? So this is not just open world with a little bit of wiggle room. This is capital O, capital W, open freaking world.
Right.
My only concern is that Metal Gear games have oftentimes really relied on this immersive environment, just tiny little details, even down to the first Metal Gear when you'd open up a locker and there'd be, a girl in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
And it's now these guards are sort of a little bit more human to me just simply because of that one little wrinkle, that one little detail.
Right.
And is that level of detail going to be able to be put into every single environment? No. And it doesn't really have to be.
I think it can. With the way this engine looks, I think it could absolutely have that much detail in it.
Oh, I mean, sure.
think
So open world, but how big of a world, perhaps, could be a decent question.
that could be.
So that would be my only concern, is maybe some places don't end up quite as personalized, quite as fleshed out, quite as real as they would be in past Metal Gear games at the trade-off of having this open world, this immense level of decisions that I'd imagine that they're going to have.
That's a fair concern, Tom. But I think you're gonna be surprised.
I'm sure this game looks incredible. This is the most surprisingly impressive thing I've seen at PAX, which actually brings me to the title of the panel. This all right, so this gameplay footage that you just saw, which is the most graphically impressive game of the current generation that I've seen.
It looks gorgeous.
Took place, it was revealed, world exclusive, in a panel entitled Hideo Kojima Introspective that didn't fill up the auditorium that it was in. The description of it was a look at, like the history or the career of one of gaming's most prestigious people, developers, and yada yada yada. And
you're just gonna sit in a room and listen to Hideo Kojima talk for a while about himself,
which I was excited for. and there was and perhaps a look at what might be yet to come, which sounded like, well, probably they're gonna plug Revengeance, right? Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
That's still coming out.
Yeah,
so
it's not even out yet.
Why not look at that?
And then in an hour-long panel, we got 15 minutes of gameplay footage of an unannounced, amazing-looking AAA title with open-world gameplay and Solid Snake.
Yeah.
I soiled myself. I soiled myself a little bit when that happened.
Tom, it's okay. You can soil yourself. It's okay. I knew about the game about a week ago.
Oh yeah.
I was reading the interwebs about the game in Japan. They were talking about it in Japan because they had showed it off there, but we hadn't seen anything. Oh. This is the first time that they'd showed anything to a public audience, and that I think just makes it super special for both of us and for you guys at home, the viewers watching this now, seeing this for the first time. And, I mean, you can tell that it's super early. They don't even have the English voice actors in there yet. It's all Japanese English subtitles, which is fine. If you know how to read, you're going to be okay. If you don't know how to read, stay in school.
Yeah, stay in school.
But with that being said, I think what you should take away from this is that we're extremely excited about this new game in the Metal Gear franchise. And one more thing. I don't think we touched on this before we leave. This is not Metal Gear 5. Hideo Kojima was asked this question specifically, and he said this is not Metal Gear Solid 5. This could be thought of as perhaps a prologue.
He said this is not Metal Gear Solid 5 yet.
Yeah.
Which is open to all sorts of interpretation. This game could end up being Metal Gear Solid 5.
It could be.
But he's not willing to say that yet.
Maybe his hands are tied by marketing.
That could be. That could be.
So, we really hope you guys enjoyed this extended cut footage of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. So, and we hope that you guys will keep coming back here to the Media Couch for more Metal Gear when it comes out, as well as everything else that we throw at you, because we love showing you the games.
Yes, and we will accept likes on this video as a vote for us doing a walkthrough and more coverage on this game when it finally does come out. That's what we interpret a like as.
We do.
And as always, subscribe for more content if you have not already.
And we will see you guys in the future.